Hello. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Can I get the bacon, egg, and cheese? Give me a foot long. No more cookies, huh? Yeah. Have you been playing? Have you been playing? No. Yeah. 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 That's what we do. That's what we do. That's what I do. You write the probability up and you keep the same numbers until they come up and then discard them. Yeah, that's what I do. Oh yeah. No, pickles. That's jalapeno. Only two numbers. Yeah. Just write the probability up. Keep the same numbers. If they show up the way you want them to show up, you win. If they don't, you just switch to some other numbers. Yeah. No, that's it. My thing is, I get them done in the long run. I don't, you can't get them right now. I get them like 10 months from now, a year from now. That's how I think. It took me my first jackpot 7 months. That's okay. Thank you. You too. You too. Let me tell you something real quick. Desperation with single mothers. Mothers are more responsive. Women who don't got kids, man, boy, they have a hard time. Ooh, unless you got a lot of money or something like that, they have a hard time paying attention, man. Ooh. I noticed that, man, about, you know, was it the women I talk to online, right? Like, I noticed the younger they are and the more childless they are, you know, the less desperate they are. But it seems like soon they have a kid, all of a sudden, you know, their options like shrink. You know, their available options, they, you know, to find a, you know, a partner, they shrink. You see what I'm saying? And I notice, you know, the women that got kids, them bitches are available. They pick up the phone, okay? Um, they'll talk to you and shit like that. But the women who ain't got no kids, bruh, those women, and unless you got some bread, they're not gonna pay attention to you at all, bruh. It seems like you gotta be having status and money for a woman without kids to fucking notice you. Even in other countries, I noticed this, bruh. The women without kids, they're less available. They respond to your text messages late. You know, they might respond maybe a few hours later and shit like that. I noticed the single mothers, they respond instantly or within 10 minutes, 15, 20, 30 minutes. They respond quicker than the ones without kids. I noticed that. I was like, what? What the hell? You know what I'm saying? That's on the real, bro. Like, I noticed that, man. Women without kids are the ones that are very, very picky and shit. Even in like Thailand, overseas, women women are picky and choosy about what they date, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's true that single mothers are more available and desperate, bro. That's not just a myth. That's the truth. Those are facts, bro. Now, I just talked to a female who was hot. She was a single mom. She talked to me. But the ones who didn't have no kid, the one who don't have no kids, they have a hard time talking to you or paying attention to shit. They think they too good for you and shit like that, man. Until you show them dollar bills. That's why I say a lot of us got to get money up, man, so they can pay attention a lot more. Cause these women in Thailand, they doing this, they doing the same thing that American women do. Not all of them. There are some hot women that will talk to you, but I noticed their attention span is like, if you ain't got the bread, you ain't got that money, they're gonna have a hard time paying attention. For real. If you ain't showing them no wealth, no money, they have a hard time paying attention, bro. For real. Single mothers, they gravitate towards you. Then again, being a single mother is like being stranded on an island by yourself. You looking for any type of help to get off that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You looking for any type of fucking help to get off that motherfucking island, man. But if you got a bunch of ropes thrown to you, bro, you ain't gonna trip about who throwing the rope, because you got so many ropes that being thrown at you. But when those ropes are not being thrown at you, bro, you gotta think how they think, though. Single mothers, they think like any type of rope would be good. You know what I'm saying? Single mothers are fucking desperate as hell, bro. I'm telling you, I noticed that, bro. They're less picky about who they date and shit. Like I said, being a single mother is like being stuck on an island, man. You're looking for any type of boat that coming your way. You gonna scream at helicopters. You looking for some type of help. You know what I'm saying? I noticed that, bro. Like I noticed that single mothers get to your messages a lot quicker, bro. They do. No joke. Women who ain't got no kids, you notice that they got ADD, bro. They ain't trying to pay attention to you unless you got money or status, right? Even in Thailand, top tier females, they're not paying attention to you too much, bro. They think they the shit. They only try to come run. They only run toward you, man, when they're desperate. Women, some women, they wait till it's too late to start picking you and shit. But before she had that kid, she was ignoring you, man. Think about it, bro. You see how that shit works, bro? It's a trip. How like before she had a kid, she was just, this guy, I'm too good for this guy. I ain't trying to talk to this guy and shit like that, man. But soon she had that kid, bro, all of a sudden she get humble and she want to talk to you now. All of a sudden, you start looking good to her now. Single mothers, bro. They're more desperate than the women who don't have kids, man. I noticed this shit, bro. They're more desperate. You should have thought of that. You should have thought about that when you laid up with that motherfucker. It's the same thing in Thailand too. A lot of females, they don't start checking for foreigners until they get knocked up by their own men. They get knocked up by their own men, and then they start checking for foreigners and shit. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, how come you wasn't checking for foreigners before the kids? Now you checking for foreigners? Oh, because our options dry up. They really do, man. Once a female has kids by another man, her options dry up. It does. You know what I mean? It really does, because nobody wants to take care of somebody else's kid, man. I gotta know what? I got a kid. What am I saying? I got a female that I talk to on a regular basis. Now, she's a single mother, but the only reason why I talk to her because she shows me her tits and shit every now and then. That's the only reason why I talk to her, right? But I notice these women who don't have kids, bro, they have a hard time paying attention to you, bro. They not desperate and needy and shit. But as soon as they get knocked up, they come running towards you and shit, bro. They come, man, I swear to God. As soon as they get knocked up, they come running towards you and shit, bro. I'm like, man, what the fuck? What the hell? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck? Where were you when? I'm not saying all of them do. And I'm not saying that you can't get a woman without kids in Thailand. You can. You could go to Thailand and get a woman without kids out there, bro. Your options open up when you get to these other foreign countries. Your fucking options, they fucking, you know, they open up. But I'm talking about these fucking single mothers. These single mothers, they latch on to you, man. And they'll call you, they'll talk to you and shit. But these hot women that are 7, 8, 9s, and 10s, bro, they will cut you out of their life forever, bro. A single mother, you'll have a hard time getting rid of her, bro. Because she needs help, right? She needs help. I need help. Single mothers, you'll have a hard time getting rid of them. Women without children, bro, they'll leave you in a heartbeat. And then they'll come crawling back after they get knocked up. That's funny, man. Dude, it's crazy how, like, single mothers are more desperate than women without. It's a fact. You know, when these young women, they're all young and vibrant, they're partying and shit. When they see you, man, he just an older dude or whatever. Then later on, when they get knocked up, they be at your fucking doorstep. I had this happen to me before, man. This one chick that I was trying to get with a while back, she thought she was too good for me. One day, I was walking in the street and I saw her, and I saw her kid too. She had a kid. And I was like, hi, how you doing? And all of a sudden, she's looking into my eyes and seemed like she's interested. I'm like, no, I'm not interested. I was more interested in you before you had a kid. But now I'm not interested in you no more. I just don't want to. I don't want no single mothers. Single mothers are only for sex, man. Pleasure. That's it. Pumping and dumping, man. Single mothers are only for pumping and dumping. You can't get involved with a single mother long term, man. It's not gonna work. That kid gonna drive you crazy, bro. What's up with the Bobo? What's up with it? I wonder what be going through these females' mind before they had a kid, man. All of a sudden, you don't start looking so bad to her after a while. Matter of fact, you start looking good. You start looking good to her after a while. Women are more desirable when they're childless and young. Women are more desirable when they're childless and young. You know what I'm saying? So, if you wonder why your single mother has been getting back to you quicker, it's because she's desperate, bro. I can get single mothers to talk to me on FaceTime more than I can get women without children to talk to me on FaceTime. Seriously. I just talked to a single mother just now. She has some big old titties. She had a nice big ass. But I only talked to her because she was hot. And sometimes she showed me her titties and stuff sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I use her for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? She a single mother. I'll never like date her. She from Thailand. I'll never date her. But she shows me them titties every now and then. So that's why I always call her and shit. But these women that don't have children, bro, I'm telling you, they don't even want to talk to you on FaceTime. They don't even return your phone calls. They don't do nothing. These young women that's hot, you know what I mean? You gotta have money and shit for them to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you, bro. They do not want to they don't want to pay attention to you, man. When they're young and stuff and got options. As soon as the fucking options grow up, as soon as the fucking options dry up, man, they come looking for you. I'm like, damn, ain't that a bitch? I'm gonna make a video about how some of these women in Thailand don't start checking for foreigners until they get knocked up by their own men. Or they get knocked up by the bad boy, and then they come checking for you. But where were you when you didn't have a kid? Where were you? Oh, you thought you was too good for me. You had all your options. You just danced around like a little princess. And now you knocked up, and you can run your ass back to me. I don't want you. I don't know you. I don't want you, man. Yeah, I don't want these bitches, man. You should have thought about that, you know what I'm saying, before you got through, before you had sex with the bad boy. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's funny, man. That's funny. That's how that shit works. You see how that shit works? Once these females get knocked up by the bad boy or whoever they get knocked up by, they come checking for you. I'll be like, nah, no thank you, baby. Well, we can have sex, but long-term relationship, you're not going to get that. No. Some women are doomed, man. Nah, I'm good. These women don't start checking for you until they get knocked up. I notice the young girls, let me tell you, the women who are very pretty, they got options, they get back to your messages 2 hours later and shit. The women with kids, they get back to you in like 10 to 15 minutes. That's a sign of desperation, man. That's a sign of desperation. Single mothers are way more desperate than women without children, man. I know this. I know this, man. And they play games and shit, bro. The young women with children, they play games, bro. And they stop playing them games when, you know, they get knocked up, man. They get knocked up, and then they're, oh, man. They come running towards you, man. Once they get knocked up, they start seeing you as an option. I'm like, baby, no. Your kids don't even look like they're half foreign or nothing. Like, where were you when you was you was fucking out there prancing around like a little princess? You thought you had all the time in the world. You was partying, you was having sex on a regular with the bad boys, and all of a sudden, you know, you get knocked up, and now you can't get a bad boy anymore. You can't get the Chaz and Tyrones no more because they don't have to deal with you. Chaz and Tyrones don't have to be in a relationship with you. They don't want to be in a relationship with you. So then these females, they're forced to settle for less or to be by themselves. That's why you see a lot of like single mothers by themselves, man. Nobody wants to, like, you know, nobody wants to take on somebody else's responsibility, bro. I don't. You know what I'm saying? And then you got some of these single mothers. They still entitled though. Some of them think they still deserve that 6-figure guy. You know what I'm saying? Or the gentleman or whatever. You know, let's just face it, bro. I'm not nice to like women, bro. I'm not. I'm an asshole. When it comes to females, I'm an asshole. That's why these bitches don't want to talk to me. You know what I mean? I'm nice when, you know, when I feel like I'm getting something out of it. But I'm not nice when I feel like they playing games and shit. I become an asshole. That's just me, man. I respond to bitches who, you know, I respond to bitches who respond to me in a certain way. Like I respond to them the same way they respond to me. That's just the way I'm built. You see what I'm saying? But I noticed that these single mothers, they get back to you quicker than these women without children, bro. I'm like, yeah. I noticed that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, wow, okay, all right. You know, whatever. You know, and it's a fact that, yeah, they are more desperate. I won't tell you that they're desperate, but look at their actions, though. Look at have kids. You see what I'm saying? You know, in Thailand, I'm having a hard time finding a woman without kids that I can talk to on a regular basis. Now, the women that I talk to sometimes, you know, they got kids and shit, but they be showing me their naked body parts and stuff, okay? But right now, I'm trying to talk to a female on a regular basis who don't got kids, and I'm having a hard time getting them to pay attention for too long. I'm like, this broad, she got ADD. Or she be responding to my text messages like 2-3 hours later and shit. I'm like, okay, wow. Anyway, just want to drop that quick video, man. You guys have a good day, man. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the cash up on the way out. Support this channel. Peace out. Take care and bless, man. Bless.